Hello, once again, welcome to this video. My name is Judith Kwamboka, your convener of the study challenge of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act of 2015 with revisions of 2022. So in this video, we're going to look at part 16 of the Act. Part 16 of the Act is about offences and sanctions, procurement offences and sanctions. And this is covered in section 176, 177 and 178. So quickly, let's go to section 176, which you can read hand in hand with the regulation 223. It is on prohibitions and offenses. A person shall not obstruct or hinder a person carrying out a duty or function or exercising power under this act. Knowingly lie to or mislead a person carrying out a duty or function or exercising a power under this act. Delay without justifiable cause, opening or evaluation of tenders, the awarding of contract beyond the prescribed period, or payment of contractor beyond contractual period and contractual performance obligation. Person shall not unduly influence or exert pressure on any member of an opening committee, evaluation committee, and disposal committee, or on any employee or agent of the procuring entity or the accounting officer to take a particular action which favors or tends to favor a particular tenderer, and so on and so on. There are quite many, but they're all listed under section 176, part 1. Then you continue to part 2, where it talks about a person who has contravened all these prohibitions, or who has committed all the offenses that have been mentioned in 176.1. What then happens? A person who contravenes the provisions of subsection 1 of this section commits an offense and shall be liable upon conviction, if the person is a natural person, to a fine not exceeding 4 million shillings, or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 10 years. If the person is a body, like if it's an organization, to a fine not exceeding 10 million. Then in subsection 3, they talk about, in addition to the penalty under subsection 2, a state or public officer involved shall be subject to internal disciplinary actions, while any other person who is not a state or public officer shall be debarred from participating in any procurement proceedings for any public entity. If a person, that's subsection 4, if a person or an employee of an agent or an agent of a person contravenes provisions of this act, the following shall apply. The person shall be disqualified from entering into a contract for the procurement, or if a contract has already been entered into with a person, the contract shall be voidable at the option of the PE. So read through section 176 and you will see all the prohibitions and sanctions. So section 177, it talks about the general penalty and sanctions. Says a person convicted of an offense under this act, for which no penalty is provided, shall be liable upon conviction, if the person is a natural person, to a fine not exceeding 4 million. I think this had also been mentioned earlier. If the person is a corporate, to a fine not exceeding 10 million. It's just an emphasis of what has been mentioned in section 176. And section 178 talks about protection from personal liability and indemnity. A person shall not, in his personal capacity, be liable in civil or criminal proceedings in respect to any act or omissions done in good faith in the performance of his duties under this act. The PE shall indemnify an employee or a member of the board of the PE who is a party to a suit or a proceeding, whether civil, criminal, or administrative in nature, brought against him or her in performance of his or her official functions in a procurement and asset disposal proceeding, provided that the employee or member of the board of the PE shall have engaged the services of a private lawyer or external counsel and has not been adjudged guilty of gross negligence, misconduct, or grave abuse of office. So at least this is a relief for the practitioners. You have some protection as long as you are doing your work in good faith. So that's all about offenses and sanctions. As usual, I encourage you to go through the regulations. The regulations try to expound on what the Act has said, but as a caution, if you find a scenario where the regulation is contradicting the Act, then the Act takes precedence. Thank you very much for watching this video. I encourage you, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe to it and hit that notification bell so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you are able to be notified and go check it out. See you in the next video. Thank you.